Welcome back. The holidays are supposed to be a fun time to gather with family and friends, but for many of us, they turn incredibly stressful. We can't help you get along with your in-laws or anything like that. But our friends from Kowalski's have some great tips to simplify at least the menu. So let's say welcome to Culinary Director Rachel Perry. Good morning, Rachel.
Good morning.
Thanks for coming in this morning. I can't believe we're talking about this already. I think I spit all over your food there. Just my mouth is already watering. There's a whole table full of olives and pita chips and hummus.
Things that look good to you, right?
Well, immediately. And things that don't look like they took a lot of cooking.
And that's the key here. We're talking about effortless holiday entertaining, but we're doing things that obviously, as you say, look really good. We're using cocktail party standards, favorite recipes that you've seen done a million times, but we're going to do two things with them. We're going to dress them up, kind of glam them up for the party, make them look really fun, and we're actually going to do something else when we do that. We're going to add a little bit of a flavor boost as well. So we're going to do two things at one time.
So what you're saying is oftentimes we overcomplicate things.
Absolutely.
Especially for something like a cocktail party, which is supposed to be good but simple foods.
Simple foods. And the thing is, it's okay to buy store-bought things. It's okay to buy prepared
That doesn't mean you don't care?
It means I do care, but I want you to buy really good quality things.
Okay.
So we're going to look at three of these standard recipes, and the first one being this melon and prosciutto. It's been done forever because it works. It's really a great classic combination.
It's the fancy ham, right?
But it's the fancy way to do ham. But instead of futzing with it here and kind of making it complicated and wrapping the prosciutto around the melon and sticking with the pick, we're going to do a little rustic style, Tuscan melon and prosciutto platter, and we're going to add two things to it that are going to really bump up again that flavor profile and make it look really fun. I'm going to start with a little bit of this acacia honey. It's just a nice Tuscan imported honey, and what we're going to do is
really light in color.
It's a beautiful honey for drizzling because it's not like some of those other honeys that's really sticky and you need to warm it to get it where you want it. Look, this is just a beautiful sheen and a great sweet flavor. A little bit of a glaze, but I'm going to have you grab this rosemary right here in the front. Okay. And we're actually, how about you?
Do I know sprinkling?
Sprinkle! You can be the sprinkle master today. Add a little bit of Tuscan flair with a little bit of rosemary there, and then we'll just garnish it really pretty here.
Do I need to do a little more?
I love it. And those are real classic Tuscan flavors, and that's really just a beautiful way to serve that. People can serve themselves.
I would say then you have the guests can do that.
They can do their own. They can just take a little melon, a little prosciutto on their plate. They're good to go.
Rosemary really does add that. Very fancy.
What do you think about hummus and pita chips?
Love it. I'm pro hummus and pro pita chips.
But this is pretty boring, right? I mean, it's blah. It's
if you're watching the game by yourself, it's okay.
It's okay, but you don't necessarily want to serve it to your guests unless we kind of amp it up here. That's what we're going to do. We're going to take some hummus, and I like to spread it nice and thick on a platter, kind of smear it on there so people can just kind of scoop it up. But I'm going to do a couple of kind of fun tricks with it. The first thing I'm going to do is take a nice quality extra virgin olive oil and just kind of add a little bit more richness and a little bit of sheen to the dish, and then you're going to be sprinkle master for me again.
Oh, I get more? Okay.
Sprinkle away. We're going to add a little bit of coarse ground kosher salt, pepper, a little bit of crushed red pepper flakes, which add a little bit of color, obviously, really nice, but a little bit of heat, spicy kick. And then also, we're going to do two other Mediterranean elements. We're going to do a little bit of oregano and then a little bit of fresh lemon zest, which I'm just going to pull off this lemon here with a microplane while you finish up there.
Look at that.
And then these colors are just beautiful. So we've added color, but we've added a lot of really great Mediterranean kind of flavor to that dish. So dig in. How do you feel about olives?
I'm pro olive.
I'm a big olive fan.
Very much so.
They're done, again, a lot because everybody loves them. They're simple. You don't have to bother with cooking them. We're kind of familiar with the greens and the calamatas here and there we find at our parties, and they're great, but we can make them look a little bit more interesting here. And this is what we've done here with this olive platter.
That's kind of neat.
And this is
focaccia or something in there?
It's a pizza-shaped focaccia-style bread called Menashe bread that we sell in our bakery. It's a rosemary and onion-flavored, really herbaceous, soft, pillowy flatbread. And then we've just taken these 4-inch bamboo skewers and added all different colors of olives here and some of those golden and red pepperdew peppers, some aged provolone cheese. Don't have to get your fingers messy either.
And really a good combination, as you mentioned throughout, of buying something that you can save some time on, but then adding a little bit of your own flair to it, so it doesn't look like it came right off of a platter, because that's what people want to avoid if they're having people over.
And I think the thing is, if you're going to use simple flavors, just use really great quality ones. Get a good hummus, use great olive oil, use great honey, top quality prosciutto, top quality cheese. It's can't miss.
All right, but the big worry then, once you have the menu decided, it's the numbers. Nothing people fear more than running out of food, but then you don't want to overbuy, especially if you're going to buy good quality, you're going to pay for it.
I think one of the reasons why people too much food is they have too many dishes. If you're going to serve this before a meal, I say 2 to 3 at most. You can just serve some hummus with some chips, a little bit of melon and prosciutto, some wine before dinner. You don't want to spoil your appetite. So don't serve too many things, especially if you're going to be eating.
But if it's just appetizer or party, is there a rule of thumb when it comes to pieces per person?
Depends on how long you're going to have the party for, but I'd say 8 to 12 pieces per person is usually a good count.
Rachel, thank you very much for these great early tips. Appreciate that. For more holiday planning tips and ideas, or to find the store nearest you, just go to Kowalskis.com. Rachel Perrin from Kowalskis, thank you very much. Happy holidays.
Thank you. Happy holidays.
Welcome back. The holidays are supposed to be a fun time to gather with family and friends, but for many of us, they turn incredibly stressful. We can't help you get along with your in-laws or anything like that. But our friends from Kowalskis have some great tips to simplify at least the menus. Let's say welcome to Culinary Director Rachel Perrin. Good morning, Rachel.